At the bottom of my garden, there's a man who lives in the well. Down at the very bottom of my garden, where the grass and rundown fence meets the field and forest beyond, is an old stone well. I'm looking at it now from my bedroom window, as the deep gray clouds slowly roll their way across the sky. The first pinpricks of rain tap coldly against the glass. The well came with the house. We didn't build it or anything. It borders an old trail path, one that runs between our garden and the field. Hikers come by sometimes. They stop for a moment at the well, they toss in a coin, and then away they go, on with their lives. But I watch through the window, waiting for something to happen, because for as long as I can remember, I have believed that a man has lived in the well. I'm not sure where this suspicion first came from. A dream, perhaps. When I was younger, I used to play near there. My parents never let me climb on or around the well itself, but I'd sit nearby. I'd climb trees and try to peer down into the tunnel. I'm tall enough now to just stand right beside it, of course. I'm too old to play. But I still go down to the well sometimes. Run my hand over the cold, wet stone. I'll throw in a coin or two, make a wish. And when I do, it's almost like I can hear something. Like a whispering in the back of my head. Like someone trying to talk to me. It's fascinating in a creepy kind of way. Maybe I'll go down there again now, before it gets too dark. I draw on my coat, push my arms through the sleeves, and I head from my room and down the stairs to the back door, slipping on my boots and making my way out and into the rain. I draw up my hood as I walk the length of the garden and across the grass. The grim, dark stone of the well draws closer and closer, beckoning me. Beyond it, the trees rustle softly in the breeze. Rainwater drips from the pine. I come to a stop at the well's edge, and I look over, down into the darkness below. Down it goes. Deep. Dark. Might as well be bottomless for all I know. The coins never make a splash. I never hear them hit the earth or stone at the base. They just vanish into the void. I shiver. It's cold this evening. I reach into my pocket for a coin, taking one out and turning it between my fingers, shining silver. Yes, this'll do nicely. I make my wish. My go-to is this. I wish to learn more about the secrets of the well, and I flick the coin from my thumb, watching as it tumbles through the air and disappears down into the shadows, bouncing and tinkling off the stony walls. And then, silence. The coin falls and is lost to the void, to the gloomy, unending darkness below. I place my palms on the rough stone and look down, waiting. The rain patters on the grass all around me. I strain my ears. "Come on," I mutter. "Give me something." I wait a little longer. It's always right as I'm about to leave, to give up, to conclude that I've always imagined it and that nothing is going to happen. I slide a hand away from the stone. I make to turn back to the house, and it's then that I hear his voice, the voice of the man in the well, an almost imperceptible whisper right there in the back of my mind. Almost. I hesitate. I return my attention to the well. Almost, I repeat, murmuring. What does that mean? There is wet croak of a sound, and then, I cannot yet claim the key. My heart hammers. It's unusual to hear so much in one go. My throat dries as I lean a little closer, peering down, squinting into the darkness. "What do you mean?" I whisper. "What key?" But there, the voice ceases. I reach into my pocket for my phone. I switch on the flash and angle the light down into the well, but it does little. It gives me a couple further meters of sight, but then it is swallowed by the gloom and lost to the dark. "Hello?" I call down softly, then, a little louder. "Hello?" But there is no response. The rain falls harder, and it leaks through the pine beyond the broken old fence. I sigh and turn to leave, trudging back across the grass to the house. I consider throwing in another coin, but no, I'll leave it for now. A part of me still thinks I'm making it all up, and if that's the case, well, I certainly don't want to encourage any madness. I prepare for my night as the rain clatters on the glass, casting one last look out into the gray beyond, down to the well at the bottom of the garden. I swear I can see something in the moonlight, glistening and glinting on the edge of the well. It's tough to see in the dark, but it looks like a pair of coins. Curious, I didn't see a hiker go by, and it would be unusual at such a time and in such weather. But not impossible, I guess. I quietly draw the curtains, and the rain falls steadily through the night. The next day goes as they typically do. The weather is grim. The sky is overcast. A couple of hikers pass by. I watch from my window as they throw in their coins. I watch intently, waiting for something to happen, to hear more of those maddening, taunting words in my head. But no, there is nothing. It has to be me. I have to be the one to make the wish. So I return that evening once my work is done. The grass is still wet, though it isn't raining tonight. I stand by the edge of the well and toss in a coin, a copper, today. I make that same wish. I wish to learn more about the secrets of the well, and I wait, waiting for a response. The trees rustle nearby. The sky rolls through its tones of gray, and before me stands the well. Ancient, moss-covered stone. The walls perhaps the only thing preventing the darkness inside from spilling out and over the land like ink. Come on, I know you have more to say. I whisper into the well, peering down. My most faithful visitor, I will be sure to reward you when I have the key, friend. This does not come through as a murmur in the back of my head. This comes through clear, cold and clear, words that send my pulse into overdrive, and I scramble away from the gaping mouth of the well, slipping in the grass and tumbling down into the mud with a gasp. Hello, I reply in fear, scrambling to my feet and looking down into the dark. Is someone there? Hello? I stand at the well's edge, not failing to note that the two little sparkling coins have now vanished. I run my hands over the rock. I crouch down by the well's base to look for them, pushing my hands through the grass, but they are nowhere to be seen. I stand back up and press my palms onto the edge of the well, shouting down into the void, "Show yourself!" Cold washes of fear pass through me in waves, but I persist, stubborn. "Show yourself! Let me help you find the key, or whatever it is that you want. Aren't you going to grant my wishes?" I'm just shouting nonsense, really. I know that nothing is going to respond. Surely not. I pause and wait for a response. My breathing slows. My heart rate eases. No, just as I expected. The well is empty. I reach into my pocket for a coin and I toss it down the well. I wish to meet the man in the well, I mutter, as it clinks and bounces off the stone on its way down, and then, in the darkness of the night, something starts to change. For a second, I swear that I am imagining it. But no, the ground, the very grass and earth beneath my feet, is being slowly drawn to the well. What the? I don't understand. This isn't physically possible. I take a step, then another. I stand right by the well and stay still, but I can feel my feet moving nonetheless. I look down into the darkness of the well's tunnel, seeing nothing but void. I reach into my pocket for my phone, hands shaking a little now, my breath clouding in the cold, and after a few attempts, I switch on the flash. I hold the phone over the edge, angling the light down into the darkness, and the wide-eyed face of the man in the well grins back up at me. I scream in fright and slip, staggering back and collapsing against the rotted old fence. My phone tumbles and bounces off the stone, cracking the screen in the corner before it falls to the wet grass beside me. I feel a rumbling now, subtle, in my bones and across my skin, a presence, I suppose, as the man in the well reaches a slow, shadowed hand out and over the edge of the well. His fingers are long, far longer than they have any right to be. His second hand appears beside it, slow, creeping movements, and up he rises, up and out of the well. Growing taller and taller and taller, he is dressed in black. I slam the door to the house and barricade it shut. I race up the stairs to my room and stare through the window, and I watch as the man in the well slowly starts to sink. As he descends, lower and lower. His hands at his sides disappear beneath the rim of the well, then his torso, his chest and neck, until only the top of his head is showing. One with the darkness and the shadows, his eyes like two shining coins in the gloom. I have not made any more wishes at the well. I have not thrown any more money down, but there is only so much I can do. I chase away the hikers that pass by like a lunatic. I stop them from throwing down their coins. But I'm heading away for college soon, a blessing and a danger. What will happen if there is no one to guard the well? My debt is almost paid, he had said. Then I will come for you.